So I don't know if we want to try to use it for Valentine's Day or not.
Yeah, let's try it.
But,
Spa habitat.
yeah. I was looking online today because I know they're not open.
Oh, can you get a Pepsi, please? Please. Please.
Yeah, if you have good attitude. You already started off.
Please. Hello, Albert. Hello, Rosa Cesaris. Hello, Michael Melkos, Linda Wynn, Nicole Obelcakes. Saw some pictures of you on the Facebook. Hello, ACNC12 Adrian. Hello, Stronger and Wiser. Hello, Kitten Tracks. Sam, I am. Sam, man, I owe you a text message, my bro, my dude. I think you were checking up on me today, and I read it. I was going to reply, and then I got sidetracked right here. Are you staying safe, my man? We're okay. Everything good. It's yeah, there's precipitation falling from the sky, and it's cold. Hello, Stronger and Wiser.
Can you put this on your side?
Hello, Alyssa Espinoza. Hello, Christy Bazemore. Hello, Catherine Hunt. Angie Reno.
Is yours about dead?
Whoa, Angie Reno. Did you join the tattoo club? What's up? What'd you do? You're one of the low lifes like us, huh?
What is this over here?
That's just my stuff. And that's an insult to the low lives. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Wheezy. Hashtag where's Wheezy? Hashtag who's Wheezy? Hello, Cheryl. Hector, what's up, Monica? What? You got two of them. What'd you get? Or can you show us? Hello, Aaron. Hello, Savanita. Hello, Angelique Boone. It means Mike Boone is right behind you.
Are you sniffing? You need a Kleenex?
I do. Well, hello, Araceli. Salis, welcome. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Please make your way into the auditorium. There's plenty of seating. Watch your step. We have a live studio audience working their way into the recording studio, the auditorium. There he is, Mike Boone. Hello, Liz Key. Hello, Hannah Herb, beautiful person. Hello, Liz Key. Not to be confused with Elizabeth Betts or Elizabeth Estrada. Those are three different people. Even though I went Steve Harvey on them one time. It's okay, though. All of us make mistakes. Hello, Aaron. First time on the live. All right. Hello, Charles. Hello, Christina Noriega. How about them Chiefs? Chief Nation, very happy. This might be the last podcast probably until the summer that we talk football. Last one.
Talk about the Super Bowl when it happens.
And we might make mention. We might give our Super Bowl picks. You know? We're going to talk a little football. As Tony Romo would say, football. Football. All right, guys. Are we ready to do the deed? Oh, wait. I got glasses right here. Okay. Put these down. These are clean. Put these in cheater position.
You ready?
Everybody smash the like button. We're having a hard time getting started here because I haven't seen Christy Kincaid Norris. Is Christy Kincaid Norris in the house? in the building. We might just have to get going.
We can get started.
Hannah Herb, I have not prepared said jokes. I do have a couple off the top of my head. I have prepared jokes, though. We have jokes on this podcast.
Can you read that? Is that big enough for you to read?
Absolutely not. What is that? Is that 6-point font?
It says 125, but I don't know.
Hello, Charles.
Since Alan can't see.
I can't see.
Even with his big magnifying glasses.
Well, they're only 1.5.
Let me put it up to even bigger font for you. There, that should work.
Thank you. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of jokes on this podcast.
Oh Lord.
This might just be a podcast full of jokes. We get started here in just a second. Everybody in their seats? Everybody in their seats, buckled in?
I'm ready. Ready?
Yeah, here, hold on 2 seconds. Look at this real quick. It's a good one, Hannah. It's good, clean humor. It's what we like. We like it good, we like it sweet, and we like it clean. Yes, we
I
do.
just need to get through this podcast.
Yes, I
It's
am.
gonna be all football.
No, it's not. It's not going to be all football. I'm not going to whip everybody with inside football talk, but I am going to get some things off my chest. You're just, hey,
You've been
lucky.
getting him off your chest on social media
Lucky-
for over a week.
Lucky for the listener, I've had like a week and a half to calm down.
Yeah. Lucky.
Lucky the power didn't work on our Road Class A servo bias preamp with the Afex onboard technology. Took a big dump. And get into that too. The ED fix us up. All right, give us a little something.
Testing 1, 2. Testing. This has been
1,
to the shop
2.
and back, so the levels might be off. You might really need to look.
The levels were off. Whoa.
Okay.
And I had to change them. Testing. Hello, Richard Cranium. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Richard Cranium. Please pick up the red courtesy phone.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all ready?
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Love, and we're back. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans with my husband and podcast partner, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
We apologize profusely for not having a podcast for you last week. We had a major equipment failure. Massive, huge equipment failure.
It was huge and it was catastrophic.
It was so catastrophic we could not record a podcast.
But here, I want to set this up for the listener because I don't want them to feel like we gypped them.
Well, in essence, we did.
Well, but it wasn't my fault.
We could have come back later and squeezed in another podcast.
True.
So in essence, we did.
But that's beside the point. So you were at a retirement party.
Yes. Charlotte
Yes.
Allison, who worked with us, she's worked in the industry for years. Started off with Ticketmaster many years ago, worked for Kiss FM, the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
And then working for the podcast arm, the A Network's arm, the podcasting branch, I guess you call it.
Amen.
Anyway, she retired and I was going to go to her retirement party, which was held at Oaked Barbecue.
Yes.
Our restaurant that we've invested in down in Dallas. So of course I had to be there. And Alan, I was like, what great timing for him to have a solo podcast where he could just come on and just get all the Cowboys football talk off his chest. Right. But God intervened.
And let me tell you
saved
something.
all from that.
Let me tell you something. I had the machine set up. I had the laptop set up. It was 6:30. I was going to do this early. I was going to get it all out of my system, before Kellie got home
I didn't want to hear it again.
from the party, and I was going to tell her, babe, I did the podcast all by myself. You didn't have to do it. And I went to hit record.
And nothing happened.
The Rode Class A servo bias preamp with the Aphex onboard technology took a big crap.
It did.
Took a big crap.
And I say God's intervention.
Yeah, and you took the machine into ED. ED shot trouble in the ass, and he said it was a bad power cable.
Right. So it's just simple fix, really.
So we're back. We just wasted 5 minutes of your life telling you how our recorder wasn't working.
We had a few people that were asking why we didn't have a podcast.
So
that's why
we
did.
We did. We had a few. Yeah, we had a few.
Okay. Well, why would you question that? Anyway, so Alan's had a little bit of time to calm down, but unfortunately, he's still going to get a little bit of it off of his chest. So y'all just.
What are you talking about?
We were going to talk Cowboys, right?
Oh, wow.
No,
we're going to talk football. As Tony Romo would say, football.
I would prefer not, but if you insist, I mean, we did have the news that Tom Brady retired again, which was really emotional.
The GOAT.
Not too surprising. The timing of it might have been surprising, but it was really emotional to hear him get that little choke of emotion in his voice as he retired again for good and thanked everybody, said he wouldn't change a thing. That was really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I have a few things to get off my chest, but it's not going to be super serious because I'm past the angry. Like for a while there, if you follow me on the social media at the Alonzo 1971, you could tell by my snarkiness and my memes, I was angry.
Yeah. Have you just moved on to disappointment and hurt?
Yeah, it's that feeling I have every offseason that my team's not in it. So that's why I'm wearing a Chiefs hat. You can't see, listener, but
unless you're in the YouTube chat room,
unless you're in the auditorium with the live studio audience, but I am wearing a Chiefs hat. Now, let me tell you something. Hey, we'll just launch right into it. The Chiefs, they beat the Bungles. They're not the Bungles anymore. They're the Bengals because they got Joe Burrow, Joe Cool.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, I know we have a lot of Chiefs fans. I am a Chiefs fan. I love Patrick Mahomes.
You're a Patrick Mahomes fan.
I like Andy Reid. I think he's a great coach.
Who is that guy that got up the Kelcie at the end?
Oh yeah, Kelcie.
He was pretty funny.
Yeah,
like the tell the jabronis or whatever, the mayor of Cincinnati. Yeah, he was pretty cute.
They
were having fun.
He's a great tight end. But and we have a lot of listeners and friends in the Kansas, Missouri areas.
Yeah.
The Chiefs got some home cooking.
What does that mean?
That means player number 12 was wearing the stripes.
What does that mean?
That means they got a lot of calls that went their way.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot
of calls that went their way.
I know, and it happens every once in a while. There's always the conspiracy
theories. There's the conspiracy
theories. Our boss thinks that the whole thing is rigged. And then you go online after any major game, everything's rigged. The NFL planned it this way because they have their mindset on who they want to be in the Super Bowl because they want to make the most money. It's all about the money. And while I do think that maybe occasionally there could be some incentivization for these referees to make a call go in favor of one team or the other, do I really think the whole system is rigged? Maybe. I don't know what to believe anymore. Give us some George.
What did he say?
I don't want to do his imitation.
Well, you don't have to do his imitation. Just what he said.
He just thinks the whole thing's set up. Everything's planned from the original. I'm telling you what he said.
But give us a little.
No.
Please?
No.
But it's funny when you do impersonations.
I don't want to. He said the whole thing is set up from the beginning and everything is planned out how it's supposed to go. But then he turns around and he was wrong because the Cowboys didn't win. So that he was wrong about that. But overall, he still says he's right. So.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Speaking of Cowboys, the Cowboys flame out miserably.
It was disheartening.
In their on-the-road playoff game against the San Francisco 49ers. If you watched the game, you were probably very, very disappointed in the quarterback's performance. A lot of people are really on the quarterback's back. I don't know. I don't know what to say that I haven't already said.
I don't feel like it does anybody any good to pile on him like they did the kicker the week before.
Yeah.
This is still a human being with feelings. Again, I'm not an athlete. So I just want everybody to play well and I wish everybody could win. But I just don't think it's really fair to pummel somebody
Mhm.
when they're down. Because I mean,
Yeah.
if something bad happened, would you feel guilty?
Something bad happened.
Like if one of them tried to harm themselves after everybody piles on these
Whoa.
kickers and
Well,
these
no, I'm
players,
not wishing.
it's just, and ultimately it's just a freaking game.
I'm not wishing
But I
personal.
mean,
it's
these
not a matter
people-
of life or death. It's more than that.
Exactly. Right. And so these guys have to read that, that poor guy that on the other team, the 49ers, that, not 49ers, the Bengals,
Mhm.
that ran into Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines and got
got the 15-yard penalty.
Got the 15-yard
Yeah.
penalty, which set them up for the game-winning field goal. He's on the sideline
Oh,
sobbing,
man. He was-
sobbing after that because he blamed himself for the loss. But not just that, one of his teammates was in his face yelling at him about it. That was horrible. And then he has to go online and, it's hard not to see what people are saying. I was like, somebody needs to watch him and check on him because it's not worth somebody's, it's just, I don't like this side of football.
Okay. Well,
I don't like it.
Let me clarify. I don't wish any personal misfortune against anybody.
People were wishing this guy would kill himself on social media.
Horrible.
It is horrible.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
I didn't see that. And if people are doing that, then they're miserable human beings. I never get that upset.
Well,
I'm just into the football. Now, let me clarify me being on Dak's ass. He is a human being, and I know he takes this seriously. I know he works super hard. I know he wants to win. I get all of that. But he's been in the league now 7 years. He's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and the guy makes $40 million a year. And I'm sorry, but when you're the quarterback of the Cowboys and you make $40 million a year, every once in a while, your fans want to see you go to a championship game.
Well, he did.
That has not happened since he's been on the team.
Well, now do Zeke Elliott.
What about Zeke Elliott?
Who's making bank.
Oh,
and
he's
has
making
he
bank.
Produced?
No, he hasn't.
I mean, he looks like he
hasn't.
doesn't even halfway care to show up sometimes.
No.
And poor Dak, the week after all, we found out, even though he and his girlfriend broke up before the season, apparently some people didn't get that news until after his season was over. And then apparently he was seeing some swimmer from LSU. People were so mean to her online. It was just like, this has been one of the worst weeks to be on social media. Because I'm just like, I'm disgusted by all of it. They were being so mean to this girl. And what if she and Dak are dating or whatever? She was probably so excited, but then she has to look at social media when people are making fun of how she looks. And it's cruel and awful. Anyway, I've gotten all that on my chest.
I agree with you there, babe. A guy's personal life is his personal life. I'm strictly talking about football. I just talk about football. I like watching football. I wish my team could win. That's my beef. I just want my team to win.
Right.
And they don't win.
And they won't win until Jerry Jones is out of the picture. Let's just
bingo.
Let's just bingo. And everybody's going to have faith in his son that's going to take over. I hope his son, what can he do while his daddy's still there? I mean, hopefully his son will have the sense to get things lined up the way they're supposed to be. Because as the most valuable franchise in the world, I don't know how they maintain that status because they haven't won.
Good marketing.
They haven't won. They are just this.
Good branding.
They got the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader and all the cheerleaders and all the mystique.
They got the stadium that has the sunlight that comes through the west windows.
Absurd.
They got the art collection.
It's absurd.
They got the star.
Absolutely absurd.
They got real estate. They've done a great job with that. And you know what? I've said this before. I don't fault Jerry one bit. If he's got, he's got the money and he can make money, awesome.
Why don't you fault him?
I don't fault him for making money.
Oh, not for making money.
No, I don't fault him for making money.
I fault him for not letting this team win.
I fault him for not winning a championship since 1995 and going through multiple head coaches, going through hundreds of players, going through multiple quarterbacks, and it's always someone else's fault, but it's not the general manager. The guy bringing in bringing in the coaches, the guy bringing in the players. It's never his fault.
Okay.
It's never his fault.
See, now we got that off your chest. And I even contributed to the conversation.
Here's the last thing I'm going to say about the Cowboys this year until I lighten up the mood here. Jerry Jones got lucky. You've heard him say, "Did you enjoy those 3 Super Bowls? I hope you did. I hope you did." Yeah, I did, Jerry.
He doesn't say that anymore.
I did enjoy those 3 Super Bowls.
He doesn't say that anymore.
It was 28 years ago, but yeah, I did enjoy them. Listener, let me give you a little bit of football trivia here. When Jerry Jones bought the team in 1989, They were coached by Tom Landry. They were owned by this dude named Bum Bright, and they had a general manager named Tex Schramm. Tex Schramm, Tom Landry were football geniuses. A lot of the things they did in the NFL are still innovations today in the game. They were pioneers, ahead of their time, pioneers in football and in football management and in drafting players. And when Jerry came in to buy the Cowboys, they were struggling. They were having a really hard time. They were an aging team. They had one or two good players. They had already drafted Herschel Walker, a guy that the Cowboys thought, okay, he's going to go play in this USFL, by the way, for the New Jersey Generals that was owned by a guy named Donald Trump. Donald Trump selected Herschel right out of school to go play in the USFL. The Cowboys selected Herschel in the draft just to own his rights, thinking that league is probably going to fold. When it does fold, we're going to have Herschel Walker. And that turned out to be true. So, fast forward, USFL folds, Herschel Walker is on the Cowboys. Jerry Jones comes in with his big 12-pounder swinging and says, I've got $650 million or whatever it is to buy the Cowboys, which that ain't nothing compared to what it's worth now. So he buys the Cowboys, and fires Tom Landry, which a lot of Cowboys fans are still bitter about to this day, me being one of them, my father being another one.
He did not handle it very well.
No.
It wasn't nice.
Okay. The Cowboys in 1988 had already drafted Michael Irvin. He was already on the team. In 1989, they had planned to draft Troy Aikman. He was going to be the number one pick in the draft. You don't have to have half a brain to say, we're going to pick Troy Aikman. Okay. So 89, he had Troy Aikman as the number one pick. He already had Herschel Walker on the team. It was Jimmy's idea, Jimmy Johnson, his friend, quote unquote, friend from the University of Arkansas, and who was the coach at the University of Miami. He brings Jimmy on to coach the Cowboys. Jimmy says, golly, this roster is horrible. The only guy we got worth a hoot is Michael Irvin and Herschel Walker. He said, I want to trade Herschel Walker. Everybody's like, what? He's the only guy we got. He's like, exactly. We got to build this team with picks. He trades Herschel Walker, and with that trade, he got kind of 5 spare players that didn't really play, but he got picks. And those picks turned into Emmitt Smith, the all-time leading rusher, Darren Woodson, who should be in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Ring of Honor, played on 3 Super Bowl teams. Kevin Smith, who was a great cornerback, covered Jerry Rice in some of those big championship games, and Russell Maryland, who was an anchor on the defensive line. Okay? So my point to you after all of that is to say Jerry had $650 million and his big swinging 12-pounder, and that's all he had was his all business and his dead dinosaurs that he dug up out of the ground, and he came in and he got lucky. He got lucky. The players on those teams were so great that Jerry runs off his mouth in 1995 or 1994 to Jimmy at a party, his drunk ass, and says, well, anybody could have coached those players to a Super Bowl. Any coach could have coached those players to a Super Bowl. Jimmy's like, oh, really? Peace. I'm out. And that's why he ran Jerry off. Jerry retires and he brings Switzer in.
Well, Jimmy retires.
Jimmy retires. He brings Switzer in. And then Switzer won a Super Bowl.
So Jerry's thinking, oh, see, I told
you so. I told you so in 1995. Kellie Rasberry could have coached that team to a Super Bowl.
Thank you, honey.
Troy, throw the ball to Michael. Troy, hand the ball off to Emmitt. Easy, right? So my point after all that big tirade is to say, that big rant is to say, Jerry is lucky. Lucky. He got lucky. And why do I say that? Because he hasn't won squat since 1995.
Yeah, because it's not about money. It's not about money ultimately. It's got him the team, but you see how much money he throws at it, and the money hasn't won. Right?
And why do I get so upset about this?
I don't know. But I would like to have somebody acknowledge the fact that I sat there and I engaged with you and I listened to you tell that story that I've heard now 3 times. I just want to be acknowledged for that.
Okay. Well, you want to do a little something that'll lighten up the mood here?
Good, because you do need to calm down.
I'm sweating.
Why don't you take a swig of Diet Pepsi? You want to turn on the fan?
I'm sweating.
You want to turn on the fan a little bit? It's right there, over there by the wall.
I predicted this at the beginning of the season, remember? I kind of went up and down, up and
Yeah.
down. I drank the Kool-Aid. Then I said,
Yeah.
oh, they're not going to do shit.
I know.
Then I drank the
I
Kool-Aid.
know.
And then what happens at the end of the season?
You got disappointed, but you were right. There's vindication in that. Validation. I don't know. Okay, Alan's going to turn on the fan, and I'm going to tell you this. I just placed my order yesterday for my Thrive Cosmetics. I love Thrive Cosmetics. They don't just advertise on this show. I love them. I use them. I was happy when they came on as an advertiser. But you know what? I ordered yesterday. I already got the notification today. My Thrive Cosmetics are on the way, Alan. I'm excited about it. Not quite as worked up as Alan is about football, but here you go. So what I ordered today in my Thrive Cosmetics, I wanted to get this eyeliner for my mom. My mom has been looking for an eyeliner that doesn't drag and pull. She's been having issues with that. I said, Mama, you need to try the Thrive Infinite Waterproof Eyeliner because I use that. That's the only one I use now. It goes on so smoothly. It has a little blendable tip on the end that helps it, blend in if you want a softer line, and it lasts all day. I just said, what color you want, Mama? And she says she likes a smoky gray. So I got her that, and the slate gray is going to be coming in, I'm guessing, in the next day or so. And then for me, I've always told you how much I love the Brilliant Eye Brightener. That is my go-to. I use it all the time. It opens up my eyes, even if I've had very little sleep. And look, I'm working on that. My goal is to have more sleep in 2023. But when I don't, I know my Brilliant Eye Brightener's there to lighten up and brighten up my eyes. So I ordered that. A new shade I'm going to try, Muna, which is this mauve taupe color, which I think is really beautiful. And now I'm trying the Infinity Waterproof Eyeshadow Stick in Kaolin, which is a warm sienna matte color, because I love the way Thrive Cosmetics, when you put them on, they last all day. I don't have to worry about the creasing, and they're beautiful colors that are just the right amount of shade for what I love in a cosmetic product. Now, I also love that with Thrive Cosmetics, you don't have any of the junk in there, no parabens, sulfates, or phthalates. These are 100% certified vegan and cruelty-free. But I also love that Thrive Cosmetics, there's a reason they've named it that, because with Thrive Cosmetics, they have the bigger than beauty promise. And with every product you buy, Thrive Cosmetics donates to help communities thrive, with over 300 giving partners across the country supporting so many causes. I just think if you're looking for some new things to try, check out Thrive Cosmetics.
Now is the time, a great time to try Thrive Cosmetics for yourself. And right now you can get 15% off your first order when you visit thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 15% off your first order.
Thank you, Thrive Cosmetics.
Okay, this next little bit is going to be the last time I mention the Cowboys until August.
Okay.
Okay? You gonna be with me now?
I was with you the whole time.
We can tell some Cowboys jokes. It's been a year. I'm going to ask you to see if you know them.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
not
you
looking
ready?
at the answers.
You ready? What did the Rams say to the Cowboys?
I don't know.
Look at my Super Bowl ring. What do the Dallas Cowboys and a Chick-fil-A manager have in common?
It's their pleasure.
Neither one shows up for work on Sunday.
Oh,
How many Cowboys fans does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
None. They are happy living in the Eagles' shadow. You know what, babe? I heard Dak threw his helmet in frustration after that 49ers game, but it was intercepted in return for a touchdown. Actually, I heard someone say it went over CeeDee Lamb's head.
Oh. I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh.
What do the Cowboys and the post office have in common?
They don't deliver on Sunday?
Good job.
I was going back to the Chick-fil-A.
Why is Dak unable to answer a telephone?
Because, I don't know.
He can't find a receiver.
Oh.
What did the Cowboys fans say after his team won the Super Bowl?
Say after what?
After his team won the Super Bowl.
It's 1990. Happy New Year.
Damn it, Mom. Why'd you wake me up? I was having an amazing dream.
Oh no.
You want to hear a Cowboys joke?
Sure.
A Cowboys win in the playoffs.
Oh.
Why is Dak like a grizzly bear?
Because he's grumpy?
Every winter he goes into hibernation.
Oh.
How many people does it take to beat the Cowboys?
I don't know.
1, Dak Prescott.
Oh, see?
What do the Dallas Cowboys and Possums have in common?
They play like they're asleep.
Both play dead at home and get killed on the road.
Oh, ooh.
Hey, this one's about me. What's the difference between a Cowboys fan and a baby?
The babies are cuter.
The baby will stop whining after a while.
Oh.
Just a few more. How do you stop a Cowboys fan from masturbating?
Oh my. I'm not going to answer that. I don't know.
You paid his Packers San Francisco gold, and he won't beat it for years. Why doesn't San Antonio have a professional football team?
I don't know.
Because then Dallas would want one. Do you know that according to a new poll, babe, 91% of people are satisfied with their lives?
And the rest are Dallas Cowboys?
Boom. The other 9% are Cowboys fans.
Oh, fans. Crap. I got that wrong.
You think Dak Prescott can drive a stick shift?
Why? Because what?
Only if you remove the clutch.
I don't get that.
You know, Kellie was about to put our son Dylan in a Cowboys jersey, but I reminded her it was a choking hazard. Now, this is real. Dylan said, Dad, what's an extra point? I said, I'm not sure, son. We're the Dallas Cowboys. Just two more, mercifully. Are you scared of catching the COVID?
No.
You're not?
Yeah. Well, am I supposed to say yes or no?
Well, you could just hang in the Cowboys end zone. They don't catch anything there.
Yeah.
And I heard Dak doesn't always eat pastries, but when he does, it's a turnover.
Okay. All right, everybody.
That's it, babe.
That's it. That's it. That was very light and not at all mean-spirited.
Wouldn't mean.
It's probably not a good idea to try to figure out jokes. It's like trying to figure out a magic trick. Is that aggravating as a joke teller that I was trying to figure out the punchline?
Yeah, a little bit, because
right?
It kind of screws up the timing.
Well, you were pausing like I was supposed to answer. I didn't know how to handle it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just screws it up.
So Kellie's been, I don't know, I'm just switching gears, I guess. Kellie's been working from home the last couple of days because what used to be called a strong cold front is now called a polar vortex or an Arctic blast or a cyclone bomb.
They're just trying to be colorful and make it sound more interesting, I guess.
They used to call these things, though, a strong cold front. Yeah,
this happens about the same time every year. As somebody pointed out, it's pretty much been this way ever since, speaking of, when the last time the Super Bowl was in Texas, in Dallas, and we had that horrible ice storm. It's like every time around the same time of year, we get like this week of really bad weather. Alan and I almost got snowed in Nashville a couple of years ago. Yeah. And then, every year. And so this is the week we're getting it. And it's just icy roads, and it's been horrible, all the accidents we've seen on the highways. But our boss, thankfully, when COVID happened, the beginning of COVID, he had engineer Don come around to all of our houses and set up the equipment so we could broadcast for home during COVID. And he just left the equipment in everybody's houses. And so all we have to do is literally flip a switch and we can do the show from home. But we've been here now. Tomorrow, we're staying home again tomorrow. So it'll be 3 days at that point. And I'll tell you what, I'm having like COVID lockdown flashbacks, and it's sad. It's depressing for me. I don't know about for you.
Yeah, I liked having you home during that time. And I won't say that I ever got tired of you being here.
Got used to it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't look back on that time and say, oh man, those were great times. It was a bummer.
Well, the beginning of COVID lockdowns wasn't so bad because we didn't realize at that point how long it was going to last. So at first, Alan would get up every morning and he would make me breakfast. Remember, you'd bring me juice and he'd make eggs and little breakfast sandwiches. It was really sweet. And then after a while, I'm not mad at him at all. We just stopped doing that because it got to be a lot. And then weeks stretched into months, stretched into over a year. And so the past couple of days, my daughter's been home from school. She's just been sitting up in her room. And I told her, look, you've got to come downstairs. You've got to come downstairs. We will watch a movie together. We will do a jigsaw puzzle, something. You've got to come out of your room. But today I took a 3-hour nap.
You did?
I think it's the heaviness of this. I don't know. It's just sad. I don't like working from home. I like having somewhere to go. I like having a reason to put on a bra. I like having a reason to brush my teeth, and it's just sitting around at home. I don't feel motivated to do those things.
We haven't left the house in 2 days.
I've not even opened the door.
I haven't opened the door.
I haven't opened the door to feel how cold it is.
I opened the
outside.
door to maybe go get the mail, and I'm like, I'm not going out there.
Right.
It was sleeting,
I know.
raining.
I know. So anyway, and then another day or so of this, because this weekend is supposed to be up around 60 again because it's Texas. But anyway, that's what we've been dealing with. I've just been home, and I have this list of things I could and should be doing, and I'm not.
I have a list of things I need to do.
Yeah.
Paint the garage is on that list.
It's too cold.
It's too cold. It's too damn cold.
We do have another swap party this weekend. Amy's hosting this time, my best friend Amy. And, I think it's a little too early in the season. Usually we wait a little bit longer, but she kind of wanted to turn it into a Galentine swap thing. I was like, all right. So we're going through stuff in the house. I need to go through my closets and stuff one more time for the big swap party. That's on my to-do list.
Okay. Well, before all this bad weather came in, Kellie and I were out eating at a pho restaurant.
Yeah.
Because when it gets cold, we like to eat pho.
First day the temperature dips below 70, we're at pho.
And eating at pho, good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener, eating pho together led to this week's your favorite segment called Kellie Claps Back.
I don't remember. Maybe you'll refresh my memory.
Refresh. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Kellie Claps Back, the way this started was on this podcast, I have an unearned, unworthy.
Unworthy?
Yeah, it's
What's what you're trying to say?
It's misinformation that I give you a hard time. I have a reputation, undeserved.
No.
Misinformation.
It's not
It's
no.
misinformation.
No.
It's misinformation that I give you a hard time. Because typically what I see on the social medias and in my emails and in the chats in all these places is something like this. Alan, you need to be nicer to Kellie. I've been listening to Kellie since 1896, okay? You need to be sweeter to her on that podcast. You're horrible. You're a horrible person. Be nice to her.
And that's just people I'm related to. You should hear what people I'm not related to have to say.
And, I see these messages and I always think, I just kind of nod knowingly. I kind of pull my cheaters down on the end of my nose and just kind of squint and nod knowingly. And I think to myself, if you knew how Kellie talks to me in this home, in my home, you would be horrified. You would be mortified. And therein lies the bit Kellie Claps Back. This week's edition, Kellie and I
At the pho.
are at Pho K Hung.
That's the name of it.
I think that's the name of it, Pho K Hung.
Or is it K Pho Hung? Is it K Pho or Pho K?
I think it's Fu.
K Pho Hung?
I think it's
K
Fu King.
Pho? I'll have to look it up.
I think it's Fu King.
I don't remember.
Fu King Hung. I think that's the name of it.
I don't think that's right.
I think that's the name of it. Fu King
I'll
Hung.
look it up.
So anyway, Kellie and I decided to go on a date to Fu King Hung. And we're sitting across from one another, enjoying our pho, having a great time, having great conversation, as I remember, smiling, talking about our hopes and dreams. And a message pops up on Alan's phone.
It's Pho K Hong.
Okay. I thought it was Fu
I just cleared it up.
King Hong. And a message pops up on Alan's phone. I usually don't have my phone like on me while we're eating because I like to pay Kellie attention while I am dining with her.
Mm-hmm.
But the phone was on the table. A text message pops up. And as you do, as you shouldn't do, but as a lot of people do, when a text message pops up, you
answer it.
You look at it. You're like, what? Well, who's trying to get hold of me? Well, I'm reading this message to myself. And I didn't read this out loud, but here is what the message said. And this is Kellie and I at the
Got it.
The fuck
We've been setting this up for a while.
Okay. Am I being Big Al?
You're setting it up. It's a big build up.
Too much Big Al?
It's a lot of setup.
So the text message says, are you getting softer with age? Get firm in minutes and add 3 inches or pay nothing. And then there's a link. So I see this. I'm like, babe, look at this message I just got. And I then read it to Kellie. So in the restaurant, I'm like, are you getting softer with age? Get firm in minutes and add 3 inches or pay nothing. And I said, and babe, there's a link. There is no way I'm going to click on this thing. Why do I get these types of spam messages? They think I'm stupid. I'm not clicking on that. Kellie. Oh, it's okay. I sent it to you.
Yeah. I delivered it better. I delivered that line better in the moment. I forgot I said that, but that was a good one. I said, yeah, it's okay to click it because I sent it to you.
So the next time you think I'm giving Kellie a hard time,
I wish.
maybe not.
Wish you were.
Maybe not. Because she sent me a message. She sent me a text message that said, are you getting softer with age? Get firm in minutes and add 3 inches or pay nothing. God, if I added 3 inches, that'd double my length.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Pretty good one. I'm glad you embellished a little bit.
I didn't embellish at all.
A little in the retelling, but that's okay.
Didn't embellish at all. Who do you believe? Good, strong, dear, sweet little listener. Who do you believe?
Anyway.
Me or Kellie Rasberry Evans?
Every once in a while, those things are worth a little click. Just all I'm saying.
No, I'm not clicking on that thing.
All right.
It's going to take over my phone.
All right.
And then you know what it'll probably do? It'll
What?
probably forward like that text. That's probably what happened.
To all the people in your-
I was in someone's contacts. They touched it and then it forwarded it to me.
Maybe.
That's probably what it does.
Maybe.
So if I touch it, then like
Don't be touching that.
Pastor Sam's going to get it and
Oh, man.
Jerry Rasberry.
We don't want that. We don't want that. Hey, look, we are in the process of trying to figure out what we're going to do for the podcast family vacation. All right. So kind of up in the air on a few things. I remember my last trip to Mexico. I said to Alan, I don't care if I ever come back to Mexico again. It was just the traveling, it was just a nightmare. I was like, I don't think I ever want to come back to Mexico again. But then we remember that we said that we were going to do a podcast family vacation this year. We're going to maybe start doing it every other year, right? And then I remembered, well, Anna from our morning show is getting married in Mexico. So we got to go to Mexico anyway. So anyway, we're trying to figure out the plan for what we're going to do for podcast family vacation, correct?
Correct.
So what would we like to put out there for now? We maybe just kind of get an idea of if anybody's really interested in going with us this year, basically, right?
Yeah, I guess we need to kind of get
an idea,
a temperature on who would be down for traveling. I know traveling now it's more expensive than it used to be.
It's more expensive. It's going to be an expensive trip. There's just no way around that.
But we get a special prize.
We get a group rate. We get a group rate, but it's going to be more than it was 2 years ago. Obviously, the price of everything is up.
It'd be about 4 days in Mexico, all adult, all inclusive. It would be around the week of July 4th.
Yeah.
That's what we know right now.
But we have to block off a certain number of rooms if we're going to do this, right? So basically, we just want to gauge interest.
So who's in? We want to know who's in.
Maybe we need to post a little something on social media too, just to kind of get a feel for it.
Our wacky marketing department.
Because I don't know. I mean, I feel bad because a lot of people that wanted to go last year and were like, no, we're tapping the brakes. We're going to put it on hold for a year. And they're like, okay, we want to go. We want to go. But if we only have like 2 or 3 people that want to go, we can't really do a package. You see what I'm saying? So we have to meet a certain number. So that's basically what we're saying, because we do need to get this thing settled and decided pretty quickly. Alan and I are going anyway, because we got to go for this wedding. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So We're going to be there. Will we be there with you is the question.
You tell us.
You tell us if, but remember, it's going to be a more expensive trip than it was before. There's just no way around that. The resort we go to is a 5-star resort. We love it. And that's just where it's Valentin Imperial, if you want to look at it online and kind of get an idea. But yeah, that's where we stand right now. And we'll have a decision made pretty soon because we're going to have to make some decisions.
Well, in the live studio audience, we've already sold 2 rooms. We have Michael Melkos, one of our very, very best customers, who has been on the trip. He went on my 50th birthday trip.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
And then Darla. Darla says she's interested.
Okay, well, that's 2 sold. Got a little ways to go.
There you go.
A little ways to go. But, we want to do it because it is a fun trip to do. But we have to make sure there's enough people going or we can't do the group rate.
I'm going.
We are going.
I'm going.
We are going. So that's it. So you can message us, podcast@kellyandalan.com. I'll probably get Alan or our what are we the social media content controller?
What, our wacky marketing department?
Our wackety market. I know I'm not allowed to say names anymore.
Our wacky marketing.
Our wacky marketing department
right.
to post something online to gauge people's interest in that.
Maybe a poll.
We like
Yeah,
polls. All right. So anyway, that's just want to put that out there. Y'all be thinking about that because we've got to make a decision before the end of February. We've got to get this nailed down.
Okay. So just real quick, it would be a package deal, probably a 4-night thing.
I'm 3 or 4 nights.
3 or 4 nights. It would be a group rate at the Valentin Imperial the week of July 4th.
We haven't decided what days,
right.
Tuesday through Saturday, whatever. We don't know yet.
But you can go any days you want.
Yeah.
There'll be certain days that Kelly and I will be there. It's all inclusive. It's all adult. Fabulous place. Kelly and I have been there many times and we love it. So
the food, they're known for their food. Their customer service cannot be beat. So anyway.
Will there be flesh-colored Speedos this year?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But will there be a Speedo this year?
Probably.
Not flesh-colored.
No.
Not with cocky on the front and show stealer on the ass.
Right. No, that was a one-time only.
That was a one-time only thing. And if you missed it,
you missed it.
You missed it, you missed it.
Literally.
Yep.
All right. So there,
wow.
that's where we're going to leave that. That's where we're going to leave that for now. And we will have a decision before the end of the month because I know people do need to make plans.
Sold another ticket. Angie says she's in.
All right, Angie. All right, here we go.
Angie's going to show us that new ink. Hey now.
All right. So let's go.
You got anything else?
Nope.
I thought you said you had something. You said you
I
had all
was
this.
going to save it.
Oh, well, you want to tease it for next time?
Nope. I'm saving it for next time. I have this whole thing. Okay, I'll tease it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So Shakira.
Shakira.
No.
I don't know.
There's never been a song like that.
I have no idea.
Anyway, she and her partner of 12 years, Gerard Piqué, broke up. We found out last summer, I believe it was. Anyway, allegedly he was cheating on her with this much younger woman. So Shakira comes out with a revenge song about how, the girl is literally half Shakira's age. Like Shakira's 44 or something. This girl was 22.
Shakira looking right.
She looks great. But she was, blasting her in this song. Well, then the rumor came out that how Shakira caught Gerard cheating. And it was a really unique way that she came home from tour. She went to the fridge and there was an almost empty jar of strawberry jam. And Shakira thinks, boyfriend, they were never married. My guy doesn't like strawberry jam. Our kids don't like strawberry jam. I haven't been here eating strawberry jam. Obviously, it was the mistress. That's the way they said that, So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor. So that led me to think, why don't I ask people that follow me on social media, what's the strange way you found out your lover was cheating on you? And the responses I got, some of them made me laugh out loud, shaking my head. I was shocking.
Like they walk in and there's bare ass moving up and down?
No, Alan.
That never happened?
That wasn't one of them.
Oh. What?
Why do you have to be gross?
How is that gross?
That's gross.
Why is that gross?
Why would you do that?
It's just two people
fornicating. Just stop it. So anyway, that's going to be what I'm going to do next podcast, if I even allow Alan to participate. Because he does that stuff to me. He does that stuff. I don't like it. I don't like that. You do it anyway.
Man. How's your stretching going?
I haven't been doing it very much.
I have been doing it.
I know. I see that.
And it's making me feel really good.
Good.
Using my back stretcher.
I know. I need to do that.
And my neck stretcher.
I need to do that. I need to work on my humpy back.
Oh,
It's Alan's subtle way of telling me I have a humpy back.
That's not what I said. And real quick, I started for you guys that are interested and told me to start it. I've started Andor. Good. It's a little slow. It's starting slow. We're
Isn't that how all of the series
yeah,
are?
we're introducing the characters. We're kind of setting everything up, but it's really well done, and it stands alone. So you don't have to be a like hardcore Star Wars nerd, in my opinion, so far, to know what's going on. Like it's almost like a murder mystery. So I tried to get Kelly to watch it with me, and she goes, "Meh."
It's okay. I don't need it. You gave me the out. You gave me the out. You said I didn't have to, so I did not. Now I said you didn't have to watch Shotgun Wedding with me, and you sat there on your phone. You sat there on your phone the whole time. But what was I doing?
The Lord,
laughing out loud.
You were LOLing.
I loved, but see, I'm a good audience for Jennifer Lopez. I want to love her, so I'm rooting for her. And yes, she's in a wedding gown. Jennifer Lopez, I don't care if every movie she makes between now and the day she dies, she's in a wedding dress, because that's her bit. And I loved it. So I saw Shotgun Wedding. I thought it was really, really good. And I'm excited. You know, we talked to Gray Drake, our movie reviewer, and we were talking about 80 for Brady.
Mm-hmm.
That movie.
You want to see that, right?
I kind of was, but the previews weren't making it look that great. But I thought it could be pretty cute. It's based on a real life story of this group of women who were widows and stuff, whatever, over the age of 80, and they were huge Tom Brady fans. And one of the women in the group's grandson worked in Hollywood doing something and pitched the idea around. Tom Brady found out about it and not only appears as himself in the movie, he's one of the producers.
Oh, wow.
And it's based on one of the Super Bowl games when he was still a Patriot.
Okay.
He was a Patriot, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Gronk's in it and some other players like that. So I'm really, and Grace said it was really, really good.
Well, maybe.
She said it was really, really good. And it's coming out this weekend. And looking at the women, so it's Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda and Sally Field and Rita Moreno. Sally Field is the youngest of all of them. She's like 76 years old. Both Jane and Lily are in their 80s, but Rita Moreno is 91 years old.
Wow.
And she looks amazing. So I was happy to hear it was a good movie too. So that's something if you want to go to the movies, because there's been nothing at the movies I've wanted to go see lately.
But
nothing.
Kelly and I, speaking of movies, we did watch the first John Wick together. I love Keanu Reeves. I love tough guy action movies. But after the 95th guy he blew his brains out at point blank range with his pistol, I was like,
you were over it?
I was kind of over it. Yeah, it was like the same thing.
I know. There's another John Wick movie coming out, and so are we gonna watch the other ones?
Yeah,
before?
I'll watch them, but I guess
it's all the same.
I was expecting, I guess, a little more plot.
No, there's no plot.
See, the Bourne movies, that's my barometer.
Yeah,
that's my barometer for tough guy action.
But the first
movies.
Bourne movie made me throw up.
The first Bourne movie?
With a handheld camera.
Oh, really?
Oh, God. That made me so sick. But I love Keanu Reeves, so I want to watch another.
Think Jason Bourne could kick John Wick's ass?
I don't know.
That'd be a good fight.
I don't know. All I know is that everybody that John Wick fights has terrible aim. Terrible.
Yeah. He's like Luke Skywalker fighting a bunch of stormtroopers.
He did finally get a couple.
They just
shots,
they can never hit him.
I know. Anyway, we didn't mean to do a little quick movie review, but there you go.
There you go.
Bonus content.
Bonus
for those of
content.
you who stuck around through this podcast.
All right, babe. Got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm going to get firm in minutes and add 3 inches or pay nothing.
I look forward to that.
Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love them so desperately. I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. All right, all right, all right. Darla said she's in. Angie Reno said she was in. Michael Melko said she was in. I bet you we can get.
He is in.
I said he.
You said she.
Oh, I said she. I said he.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure, sitting right here.
Are you sure? Well, I was getting real riled up at Jerry Jones.
Gosh,
What's better?
That was almost my foot.
Michael.
You said she, didn't
No,
he?
I didn't.
Did Michael hear it? You did say she.
Well, I misspoke. That's all it was. There was no. Come on, Michael. There was no malice intended. It was a innocent misspeak. Mike, are you in? Are you in the lovely inn? Alyssa, we need to do one. We're trying to figure out when that new restaurant's going to open, and we'd like to do a big grand opening meet and greet there. Stronger, that coyote was running around in our front yard. I just happened to go to the window, and I saw him running down the street, but one of our neighbors took a picture of him sitting under the tree.
What do you call that? Cowboys jokes? What do you call that bit?
It's just Cowboys jokes. Meet up in September 2024. Yeah, it was a big coyote too. I mean, it was, I don't know, it'd be hard to guess how many pounds he was. I mean, it's like a medium size, like a medium-sized dog. Speaking of dogs, who let the dogs out?
I guess I'll talk to y'all till he gets back. I don't have my little cute glasses. I think I left them in the other room. My cute glasses, are they in the other room? Yeah, they're in the other room. Crap. Let's see. Tell me when New Oak Barbecue. It's probably going to be March now. They were thinking February, but now it's going to be March. But we will absolutely be having a podcast get together there. We're going to Plano end of March. Do it again. It should probably be open then. Why are you going to Plano end of March, Alyssa? Hey, Sam. You're going to be September 24th. Of course, we'll meet up when you come back. Kelly, are you watching Truth Be Told? No, what is that? Good night. I missed the pie. Oh, Mel, I'm sorry, honey. Mel, are you coming Sunday or are you bringing a truck?
Was Mel going to the swap?
Well, she has a charity that she and her mom runs, and so we donate the stuff. Alan needs to make the YouTube font bigger for me, Michael said. I have to get right up on it to read it. My glasses are on my desk. I got my pair eyewear. I got some cute Valentine's top frames for them, but they're in the other room. You should have your restaurant here in Arizona. I will definitely go if you build it. Where in Arizona, Charles? Did you tell me what Truth Be Told is? Apple Plus, Octavia Spencer. Not familiar. I'll have to look at that. I've been watching Peacock, Poker Face. I like that. There's 4 episodes so far. I've been watching that. I'm going all the way back to the beginning and watching Real Housewives of Potomac because I follow a lot of, well, not a lot, but a couple of podcasts that review Bravo shows, Danny Pellegrino's Everything Iconic, and who are those other 2 ladies that I follow? Bitch Sesh. With Casey Wilson and oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Danielle. Anyway, and they always talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, and I never watched it. So I'm going back to the very beginning. And I don't know if y'all watch it, but I'm only like 2 episodes in, and I cannot stand Charisse and the grand dame Karen. But I'm only 2 episodes in, and I know that Karen ends up being a villain. But that Charisse, I couldn't stand her so much that I already looked up how long does she stay on this show? Because 2 episodes in, I don't want to see her anymore. And she's unfortunately going to stick around till season 3. So there's that. Let's see. Are you coming back, Alan? Because I'm trying to type, but I'm having to talk to everybody. Exhausted from spring break. Husband has a training. Oh, okay, cool. Elise Espinosa is coming to Addison late March. What are you reading?
Fart bar.
Oh.
What? Look. Mm. Sweet doggy.
Kellie claps back.
Kellie claps back. All right, guys. We'll see you on the social medias. Thanks for hanging out. We'll post something on social media about vacay, see if we can get an idea how many people. But sounds like we got a few of you that are in. Maybe. Talk to you soon. Stay warm. Thank you, Holly.